So now we are going to discuss write a program about CPU scheduling. So CPU scheduling is scheduling processes according to their priority, time of running, resource, etc. So process is a small programs that are executed by user. So there are four types of CPU scheduling algorithm. First one is first come first serve. It is similar to queue we have seen in the data structures, and it is similar to queue in the as we have seen in the data structures, and whatever the program comes first will be executed first, and the second one is shortest job first. So the shorter the job, it is the second algorithm, and the third one is priority, and the fourth one is round robin scheduling. So to understand what is process scheduling, process are small programs that are executed by user according to their request. CPU executes all processes according to some rules or some schedules. Scheduling is that in which each process has some amount of time of CPU provides, or the certain amount of to each process. So first come first serve scheduling algorithm is the simplest one. In this algorithm, the set of process is managed as first in first out. The process is served by CPU until completion and order. So one process, a process is allotted. If a process is allotted, CPU keeps until releasing the CPU either by terminating or requesting IO. For example, interrupted process is allowed to continue running after interrupts. The algorithm is start program, get the number of process and their burst times, initialize the waiting time for process 1 and 0, and for I equal to 1, I greater than n, I less than or equal to n, I plus plus, WT pi is equal to p of I minus 1, bt p of I minus 1. So the waiting time of all processes is summed, then average time value is calculated. The waiting time of each process and displayed, calculating average waiting time and average turnaround time, and then the program is stopped. So calculating the average, this part is the first one. So this process displays its at n process t turnaround time. So these are called comments, like they describe the importance of they describe what this particular function is doing. They don't have any importance in code. They make easy to understand for the other persons to understand which part of the code does what function. So this is this part tells us to initialize the first process time as 0, and this part of the code calculates waiting time. This part of displays the table. This part of the code calculates turnaround time, and this part is for output, and this part terminates the program completely, and this is the closing of the last bracket. So if we build it, we'll get it as the number of processes. So I am giving, we can allocate a maximum of 20 processes. We can allocate more, but the code is given only up to 20. So I am going to give 5 processes. So process 1, So as we can see, average waiting time is this thing 1117, and average turnaround time is 2226. So as we have given values without any relay in a weird way, we will give it again. We will give more logical values now and see what the output we can get. So we are giving it as, we are giving 3 processes this time, and the first process is 24, and the second process is 3, and third process is also so 3. So average waiting time is 17, average turnaround time is 27. So this is how the